Some more bad luck to the original lineup of Riyadh season this weekend in Saudi Arabia. The original co-main event, the IBF title clash between champion Dynamite Dubois and challenger Joseph Parker, is scrapped. Dubois had to pull out due to an illness, and in steps late replacement Martin Bakole to challenge Parker.
Bakole, he's a beast of a fighter, and I'm looking forward to challenging myself against Master Bakole, who's being avoided, and let's get it on.
What's your reaction been to obviously the Daniel Dubois situation? How have you found that dealing with that?
Things happen in life. It's not just boxing, in life. You got to adapt, you got to adjust, and you got to go forward no matter what. So I want to go forward, and hopefully he recovers and gets better soon.
What's up, fight fans? Welcome to my channel. This is Johnny. In today's video, we're going to be going over the upcoming heavyweight clash between last-second replacements Martin Bakole and Joseph Parker. Guys, once again, the Riyadh season last crescendo card has been hit with some adversity days away from the event to begin. Yesterday, we documented Floyd Schofield getting sick, getting ill, having to pull out, and last-minute replacements. 15-0 British boxer Padley steps up to take on Shakur Stevenson. I go to bed last night in Sydney. I wake up this morning to similar news, but this time in the co-main event. Dynamite Daniel Dubois, the world champion, the IBF belt holder, has had to pull out of his title fight against Joseph Parker, and in steps, on few days' notice, Martin Bakole. Guys, so in this video, we're going to be going over what both fighters have been up to. We're going to talk about Las Vegas. They have released their odds. I'm going to go over the best opportunity for myself and you guys to make money. We're going to choose the fighter who's going to win the fight. I'm also going to talk a little bit about what to expect, pros and cons from each fighter. And before I continue, I must say thank you to all the new subscribers. Thank you to everybody who's been with me since day one. And if you haven't already, could you like this video? Could you hit the little bell icon, the notification button? What that'll allow me to do is every time I put something out that's new, you'll be the first to be notified. Also, guys, only 20% of you guys are actually subscribed to the channel, meaning 80% of you are watching my content and you might not be aware you haven't hit subscribe. Could you please do that for me as well? It'll help me continue to grow. Thank you. All right, guys, once again, we've been hit with some adversity, and once again, we want to say thank you to Turki Al-Sheikh. Thank you to all the fighters involved for not scratching the fight. We've seen this time and time again with a couple days out of the fight, somebody pulls out and the fight gets scratched. Not yesterday and not today. I also want to let everybody know Joseph Parker asked for Martin Bakole, which is wild. He wants the toughest competition. The seasoned veteran wants to be challenged. He could have went a different route, but everything I've heard, everybody I've been listening to in the boxing community says this is the guy Parker wanted to fight. We know Bakole is coming off a stunning knockout victory over Jared Anderson, in which a lot of people had Anderson supposedly being the next face of the heavyweight division. Not in front of Bakole. Bakole starched him. The power was way too much. We know Joseph Parker, this was his chance to become a world champion once again, fighting Dubois. That is no longer, and this is a tough test, a tough ask to get through with Bakole. So without further ado, let's take a closer look at the last second replacement, Martin Bakole. Guys, Bakole's 21-1 with 16 knockouts. He carries into the ring a 76% career knockout to win ratio. He's currently ranked number 5 in the world in the heavyweight division. The 33-year-old Orthodox fighter stands at 6'6" with a 78-inch reach. We last saw him fight Jared Anderson, 17-0 knockout in the 5th. Carlos Takam, 40-7 knockout in the 4th. Shevadzuski, 10-0 knockout in the 3rd. Yoka, 11-0 majority decision in the 10th. Guys, Martin Bakole, it's no secret, he's a giant of a man. He wants to knock you out. His strength is his power. He has a chin and he goes for the kill. This guy is an exciting heavyweight. We can't forget to ask the question though, where has he been? Has he been training? What has he been up to? And not to mention the task at hand on not having a fight camp for a very specific style like Joseph Parker. Now that could be a good thing or that could be a bad thing for a fighter, and nobody will know. The fans won't know, Bakole won't know, Parker won't know until we hear that bell ring, ding ding, and then we'll get to see what the case will be with Bakole, what his game plan is going to be with Parker. Will he go in there and just try to get him out early? Does he feel he even has the gas tank to go past the 6th round? Only time will tell. This is why fans are actually excited. This is an intriguing matchup. When I put this in our Facebook group and I put this in the YouTube community section, people were stoked. They were saying this might be equally as exciting, if not more exciting, than the Dubois fight. So we'll get to see that in a few days. Let's take a closer look at what Joseph Parker has been up to. Guys, Joseph Parker's 35-3 with 23 knockouts. He carries into the ring a 66% career knockout to win ratio. The Kiwi is ranked number 7 in the world in the heavyweight division. He currently holds the WBO interim heavyweight title. Orthodox fighter stands at 6'4" with a 76-inch reach. We last saw him fight Big Bang Zhang, 26-1 majority decision in the 12th. Wilder, 43-2 UD in the 12th. Simone Keane, 23-1 knockout in the 3rd. Opilu, 15-3 knockout in the 1st. Jack Massey, 20-1 unanimous decision in the 10th. Guys, we talk about it all the time with Joseph Parker. He's been a pro since his late teens. He's only 33 years old. He's been in the game for a long time. This is a guy who knows how to fight on the inside. This is a guy for a heavyweight who has great movement. He has a good ring IQ, and he has seen everything that he could possibly see. He's been knocked down before, he's lost before, he's picked himself up before, and he's put himself once again in a position to become a heavyweight champion. The bad thing or the sad thing about it is that Bakole, as a late replacement, doesn't have the belt on the line, but he is an interim title, and you'd have to think whoever wins this fight will fight for the title next. Joseph Parker's style, he is prepared for Daniel Dubois. You'd have to think he is prepared for a 12-round fight. The guy could win decisions. The guy could win by knockout. He does have the experience as well. When you look at the guys side by side, they're both 33. Bakole's going to be taller. He's going to have a bit longer reach, but it is hard to not bring up that ring experience. Parker with 250 pro rounds compared to only Bakole's 85 rounds. We're going to get to that a little bit more in a second. Before I talk about the relevance in that ring experience, let's talk about Las Vegas and what the current odds are. If you were to money line this fight and put it on your parlay and take Parker, $100 gets you $59 and $100 gets you $255 if you take Bakole. Bakole is the underdog, but the odds aren't as crazy as you would think considering he's a last-second replacement. This shows you the favoritism the bettors, the punters, and Vegas have for the knockout artist in Bakole. Now let's take a closer look at the other Vegas odds regarding you pick the specific way the fight ends. It changes things a bit. So these odds are straight up from my Australian betting site called Sportsbet. If you take Joseph Parker by points or decision, $100 gets you $480 back. If you take him to win by knockout, it only gets you $220 back, meaning that there's more money on Parker knocking Bakole out than it is for him winning by decision. Odds makers and the money coming in is saying that Bakole won't last 12 rounds. So if Parker gets him out of there, it'll be by a knockout or TKO. You like the draw? That's 17-1. $100 gets you 1,700. Now let's look at the odds for Bakole. If you take Martin Bakole to win by points or decision, $100 gets you 1,050. He's at 10-1 underdog to do that. If you take Bakole by knockout, those odds drop from 3-1. So $100 gets you 300. So guys, the odds makers, if you want to put a little bit of juice on your bet instead of just the straight money line, take either fighter by knockout. $100 on Parker gets you 220. $100 on Bakole gets you over 300. I feel this fight will end via knockout. Now, when we talk about who we're going for, when we talk about my prediction, one thing I want to say is on Bakole's side, he has the surprise effect. 24 hours ago, Parker didn't know he was fighting Martin Bakole. Nobody knew that. Parker prepared his whole camp for Daniel Dubois. So if you look at it that way, the surprise effect, Bakole could come in there. He has nothing to lose. Everybody, all the momentum would be on his side. Last second replacement, go in there and knock Joseph Parker out. The problem with that is, where's his gas tank? Has he been training? What sort of shape is he in? He's a big boy already. To think that he has 12 rounds in him is wild. When you look at Joseph Parker, we know that he's had a whole fight camp. This was his opportunity to become a world champion again. He was training for a big puncher. He was training to go 12 rounds, which he's done time and time again in his past. His coach, Andy Lee, is a former Olympian, a former world champion. He knows what he's doing. So for them to specifically ask for Bakole, They feel that Joseph Parker has the boxing skills to avoid Bakole's power. They feel that he has the gas tank to take him the distance if need be. And they also feel that Parker has the power to knock Bakole out. Here's my prediction. I'm taking the Kiwi, Joseph Parker, to defeat Martin Bakole. Everything I just said are the main reasons why. On my parlay, I'm just taking him to win. If you guys want to juice that up, put the money on Parker to win by knockout. It takes it from $154 to $220, so you double your money. I just feel with the fight camp, his coach, I feel the mindset where he's at in his career. I just think at 33 years old, the round experience, the ring experience, he's been here before. He'll be able to navigate those early rounds and avoid the power of Bakole. I don't feel that Bakole will be able to lure him into an ego dogfight, and I think Parker's conditioning, his ring experience, his fight IQ will show the longer the fight goes on, and I'm taking the Kiwi, Joseph Parker. We do not run an echo chamber here. In the comment section below, let me know if you agree with me and let me know if you disagree with me. Leave all that